Hello, Tigers. That was a strange hello. I'm not sure what I did that. Hope everyone's okay. Hi again, it's Mr. Payne here. Um, and as usual, I'm just make a quick video talking about some of the work I've set this week and just talking generally about the class and what we've been up to. Um, so before I start, I just want to remind you that tomorrow on Thursday, I'm going to be calling all the different families and parents and carers just to have a bit of a conversation, see how people are getting on. So if you get a call from a withheld number tomorrow, chances are it's Mr. Payne. Please answer. I'll always say it's me straight away. So if you don't hear my name and don't hear me talking, put the phone down. But just wanted to remind you that that's going to happen tomorrow on Thursday. Now, there are two things I want to talk about today. The first being Epic Books, because I've been really impressed with how people are getting on using Epic Books. So I can go across, I'm going to find my Epic Books tab, just gone past it, it's over here. So when you go onto the website, you can type in Epic Books and you'll get to this page. Click on Login at the top and you go down to Students and Educators, and here's our class code, NKP0528. So you can type that in and press go. I've been really impressed with how people have been getting on with Epic Books, and just looking at the people's names here, the different levels show how much someone has been working really hard on it. So I'm going to go to my guest account just to show what it looks like. Here's all the different books you can read through, and you can scroll through and find some books that you'd find really interesting. Now, if I go onto the teacher account, one that you don't have access to, I can show you in particular how some people have been getting on, because some people have really impressed me with this. So let me log on. The first thing I want to show you is this, our class summary. Now it says there's 32 students, there's only 30 in Tiger class. But as a class, you have read 183 books. I made this video again about 10 minutes ago and it's 182. So someone's read a book in the last 10 minutes. The first one went a bit wrong. But as a class, we've read almost 134 hours worth of books, which is phenomenal. I'll just say a big well done to anyone who's logged onto Epic Books and has tried reading through some of the books. So I can go onto here, I can see who's read different books. Some people read 16, 25, 8 up here, 10, 29. Some people have been reading tons and tons, and it is really impressive to see how hard people are working with their reading. So if you've logged onto that and had a read, fantastic, well done. If you've not managed to get onto there yet, don't worry, there's almost more time. But I'd strongly suggest trying to do some reading at home, because your reading skills are something that helps you with your writing, but it's also just a really important skill for life as well. So that's my first thing all about Epic Books. The second thing I want to talk about is all about some of the work I set, in particular the maths work. Now maths this week is slightly different. It's not like worksheety kind of stuff. It's slightly different sort of challenges. So here's the first one. It's all about the car park, and basically you've got your car and you've got to try and get your car out of the car park, and you've got to figure out how you're going to do that. So you can move the other cars around until eventually your car can reach the exit. As simple as that. Now level 1 Mr. Payne's fine at. I can just about do level 2. Level 3, not got a clue, I'll be honest. So at this stage my car is stuck in this car park and is never getting out. If you manage to do level 3 or level 4 or level 5, now level 5 I've got no idea how I've managed to mess the cars up like this. I've got a rough idea how you might do it, but I don't know for certain. So I think you need to move this and then kind of make a space up here, and then no. I'm close, but it's not out yet, and I've got no idea how to get it out. So if you can manage to do that one, fantastic. You're a better driver than I am. I think I figured it out. I'll try it later on. I'll let you know. So that's our first one, all about car park. On Tuesday, you got the Magic Square. We did this one in class before. So you've got different levels again at the top, but you're trying to make the the columns, the rows, and the diagonals, sorry, my mistake, all the same number. So it's a bit of a maths problem. Try and use your reasoning skills, try and help you out with that. On Wednesday, you've got the digits 1 to 9, and you've got the different operations. and you're trying to make a calculation that adds up or totals 100. So for example, I've done 45 times by 2 adds 7, which is 97, and I can then just add on 3, and that's my first answer. There are lots of ways of doing that, so you can keep playing around to try and find out how many different ones you can find. Just a different way of practicing some math skills. Thursday, I'll come back to in a minute, but Friday is this one. It's all about polygons. So you will be given a shape at the bottom, and your job is to try and make that shape using the different puzzle pieces. So I can move them all about. I've made a mistake there. There you go. There's my rectangle, and when I've made it, I can check it. I didn't realise it would make a sound. I'm going to go to level 2 before I embarrass everyone with my dancing. So at level 2, instead of having one shape, you get two shapes. So you have a parallelogram and a regular decagon. It's exactly the same practice. You're going to try and move them around. We're going to try and make our decagon. Now you should know that a decagon has got 10 sides. It's got that phrase dec in. So there's my decagon. I've made my first shape, and I can then move some of these pieces around and try and see if I can make my other shape as well. Like that. So there's level 3. I'm not sure if you can unlock level 4 and 5. It might be locked forever, but just something to try. Now the last one I want to talk about is Thursdays, this one here. So we've got 4 characters. We've got the wolf, a farmer, a goat, and some carrots. And all you've got to do is get all of them to the other side of the river. Now it sounds simple, but you can only take 2 people in a boat at a time. So I might take the farmer and the carrots. I'm going to move them across. Now our wolf and the goat are unsupervised, which might mean that the wolf eats the goat, or strangely the goat might eat the wolf. I'm not judging. So I can't leave the goat and the wolf together. So I might take across the farmer and the wolf. But now the goat's with the carrots, and everyone knows the carrots are going to get eaten by the goat. So I've got to think carefully about what I can take across. For example, the farmer and the goat. Because now our wolf is not going to eat the carrots. I can leave my goat over here, and I can send my farmer back to get something else. So that's level 1. Once you figure out the pattern, it's quite sort of rhythmic, it's quite fun to figure out. And this is something that I tried to do when I was in primary school as well. So if you can do it, fantastic, well done. Level 2, a little bit harder. You've got some big and small robots, and again there's a little challenge at the bottom. Level 3, no idea. You've got monsters and munchkins, and you can try and take them across to the other side. Oh, didn't mean to do that. What's happening with my boat? So I can take him out, but I can't have more monsters than munchkins on one side of the riverbed. So that's not going to work, so I've got to try again. Now, if you've managed to do that one, incredible, well done. Make sure you take a screenshot for me, because I'd love to see your evidence, your proof, to make sure you've actually done it, because that's amazing skills if you managed to do that one, well done. Now, before I go, I just wanted to say a big thank you, actually, to everyone in entire class and parents and carers. Some people have been sending me work every single day. Some people have been sending it once or twice a week. Some people haven't sent me any work. Doesn't matter. I just want to say a big thank you because Year 6 have missed out on a lot this term. And it's not your fault. It's not my fault. But I'm still sorry. This hasn't come as a good time for us. But I've been really, really impressed with how hard people are working, with how resilient people have been. And I've not had anyone complain. And you might be complaining to parents and carers, in which case I'm sorry, parents and carers. But I just want to say a really big thank you on behalf of myself and the school. When we go back to school, I'm sure some people will come back straight away. Some people might leave it a couple of days. Well, it's up to you. But I'm really looking forward to seeing anyone in our class. Because I do miss you guys. And even though at times you have driven me crazy and made my hair go grey, you're tigers. You're my tigers. And I do miss you. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, Tigers.